That all down? Let's get this thing started here, shall we? We're going to start off with this. I know Ray's excited about this. Severance returns Friday, tomorrow at midnight, depending on how you decide to look at it. But Severance is coming back after 3 years or something like that. Man, I got a whole rant I could go on about how long we have to wait now in between seasons. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so they're trying to get the word out there that Severance is returning. It's coming back. And more, whether it's like House of the Dragon, remember they were decorating buildings, choose a side, and doing all these viral. These shows are trying more and more kind of viral stunts to get people's attention. And they decided to do the same thing with Severance. As Deadline points out, the Severance cast bring Lumen Industries to a glass box at Grand Central Station in New York, where literally the cast of the show, they set up a replica of their office in a glass box in the middle of the train station. Actually, we'll take a look at, I like this one here. Adam Scott is literally doing the little vacuum thing around the office. They had another little video from somebody else's perspective. That's a good picture of them in the office working.
Wow, they had all of them there. Huh?
And then, this is them going. And they even had the boss. Arquette was there.
Nice.
Everything. This is the office workers showing up. And this thing's kind of exploding. It's going all over the place. First of all, I think this was a great idea. And when I first heard about it, my first thought was, that's a cool idea. And some train stations, they're going to get people to dress up like the cast and pretend like they're working in the Severance. Then they told me, no, you don't understand. It's actually Adam Scott and the cast of Severance actually did this. So, number one, I think that's a pretty cool stunt in and of itself. Number two, I think it's amazing the cast agreed to go and do this. Yeah. So I'm sure this wasn't in their contract.
Yeah.
So they agreed to go and do this. And Ben Stiller himself, who's the creator of the show, a lot of people forget Zoolander is the creator of this show. But he was there himself filming it, and you could hear him talking to fans. Like this woman comes up to me, and oh my God, Zoolander was the first movie I thought was so funny. It's like, really? That was the first movie one? You thought was so funny. Okay. But so that was kind of cute. But I think this is a great stunt. But it also kind of points to the fact that there is so much streaming content now. And there's a high degree of it. I mean, there's a lot of crap too, but there's a high degree of it that's really good. That in the midst of everything else going on in the world and the competition you have in the entertainment field, it's kind of becoming more and more important for shows like House of the Dragon, Severance, to become unorthodox in their marketing approaches, to try to bring attention. It's like, hey, everybody, don't forget, our show comes back tomorrow. But I thought this, I've seen some marketing stunts that are pretty cheesy and lame. I thought this was a pretty fun one to do and pretty innocuous, pretty harmless too. Anyway, Chris, you saw this. What do you think about it? And are you looking forward to the return of Severance?
I'm so excited. We haven't watched that clip they released early because we want to just.
I haven't either. Okay. I didn't watch that 8-minute clip.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it either.
I don't want it. I just want to watch it as a whole thing. Otherwise, that 8 minutes, I'm going to be like, no, where's more? I'm really excited about this. I think this is such a fun stunt. I do wonder how much the insurance costs to have all these actors in Grand Central Station. It's very concerning for me. But I love that more shows are doing stuff like this. Severance also recently just launched a podcast with Ben Stiller and Adam Scott hosting the Severance podcast to talk more about the show as well. So that's another thing we're seeing with all of these different shows too, of having the actual content creators making podcasts and talking more about the kind of behind the scenes work. And I think that's really necessary, to your point too, with there's so many shows right now. There's so many streaming services, and it's really kind of white noise when you're advertising a show coming out. So you do have to do something that is borderline gimmicky to get people to pay attention. And this is something that rings true to the cast, though. Having them in this kind of fishbowl scenario of all of us watching them, with them doing the most mundane tasks that no one really knows why they're doing them. I think this just fit the bill really well. I want them to do more stuff.
Yeah, Paramount, I think, was the first studio that got my attention with their Smile campaign, right?
That was an effective one too.
I mean,
that was so scary.
That was really good.
I wouldn't think the creators or the studios would do something like this if they weren't proud of the product that they're about to show. Like with House of the Dragon, they had all that marketing, but what if the show ended up being crap? That season ended up being crap. which it wasn't. So I believe that this is their confidence in this show, and I hope it turns out as well as a House of the Dragon.
Well, I know I was
season 2.
surprised. You know, this is one of those shows where I was really, you know, sometimes friends surprise you when they don't like something that you really thought they would like. This is one where Ray surprised me because I didn't think this show was up Ray's alley, but Ray came into the studio one day. He's like, "Have you guys seen this show, Severance?"
He started flipping tables. He broke my monitor.
It's like
Like, bro, I
chaos.
like it. I like
He
it.
tried to get all of us to wear blue, which was
Yeah,
weird.
Which is
I
really
don't
weird.
usually like to think, but this show is
He brought in
is-
pizza.
Is good thinking right here.
You do like to think.
I
Ray.
mean,
you
I
sell
mean,
yourself
I don't-
short, man.
I don't like to think sometimes during shows. I just like, you know, I'm more of a fun
You want
watcher.
to switch off and
I'm
just
a fun
enjoy
you
it.
like
watcher.
more
Yeah,
escapist
but
fun
this
You
things.
want
is
to watch
like-
Sonic?
This is so out of my realm, but I love it. I love Adam Scott. I love everybody that's a part of the show.
All right.
I do wonder though, just real quick, because my one prediction this season is last season they escaped like
Briefly.
briefly into their but they were severed.
They're outies.
I think this season they're gonna go out into the world. They'll escape, but they're not severed yet, so they won't have any memory of their life out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. But also, you know what they barely touched on last season, but clearly is the huge elephant in the room. So what's this religious fanatical group that created this company? Like they barely just touched on the surface of it. And clearly that's going to be a major thing here.
And his
'Cause,
wife.
You know,
And his
well,
wife.
his wife is the main thing, but like, I almost feel like they're distracting us with things like his wife,
Right.
the announcement at the big conference, I'm actually the innie and they torture us. Because underneath all that, what data are they crunching?
Yeah.
Right.
Even they don't know what is our work doing?
Mm-hmm.
What's the deal behind this religious cult that runs this company? I think that's going to become really heightened stuff towards the end of the season, but we'll see.
We'll figure it out.
We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, CookUnity. You ever feel like so much of your day revolves around planning meals or preparing food, especially when you're trying to eat healthier? I know we all do, but that all changes when you discover CookUnity. Now you can enjoy vibrant, chef-crafted meals without spending hours in the kitchen. It's freed up so much of my time and energy to focus on my other goals. CookUnity partners with award-winning chefs, the same chefs you see on TV and those 5-star restaurants, to create small batch meals just for you. These meals are made with fresh, local, in-season ingredients delivered right to your door. And here's the best part. They arrive fresh, not frozen, and all it takes is a few minutes to heat them up. I recently tried their Mom's Sunday Sauce Rigatoni, and it was incredible. Plus, knowing that I'm supporting local chefs and sustainable suppliers makes every bite even better. Whether you want variety, convenience, or just better food, CookUnity has it all. Reset your routine with convenient, mouth-watering meals crafted with local ingredients by award-winning chefs. Go to cookunity.com/Campea or enter the code Campea before checkout for 50% off your first week. That's 50% off your first week by using the code Campea or by going to cookunity.com/Campea. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What did you think of that little stunt they just pulled? I thought it was great to promote the upcoming season 2 debut of Severance. And do you watch Severance? If so, do you like it? Maybe it's a little too heady for you. Maybe it just didn't work for you. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.